My child, I have watched from the heights of eternity as you traverse the arid plains of your current journey, noticing every step that felt heavier than the last. I have seen the dust that has settled upon the mantle of your soul, a fine, gray powder of weariness and waiting that seems to have covered the vibrant colors of your purpose. I have watched as the ground beneath your feet began to crack under the relentless heat of trial, as the dreams you once watered with the tears of hope turned into brittle remnants, rattling in the wind of a season that felt like it would never end. You have walked through this spiritual wilderness for so long that you have almost forgotten the rhythmic sound of a rushing stream, and your throat has become parched with the heavy silence of my perceived absence. But I am here, as I have always been. I have never left your side, even when the sun was at its most blistering and the shade of my protection seemed like a distant, faded memory. Today, I am speaking directly to the very core of your exhaustion, reaching into the deepest caverns of your weariness to tell you that the horizon is shifting. Can you feel the subtle change in the atmosphere? Can you sense the sudden weight in the air, the cooling breeze that carries the scent of moisture from a land you haven't yet seen? The clouds are gathering above your head, and they are heavy with the weight of my favor. They are not coming to bring a storm of destruction or a whirlwind of chaos, but to release a transformative downpour of pure restoration. I have heard every whispered prayer you uttered in the dark of night when you thought no one was listening, every sigh that escaped your lips when you felt the world was closing in. I have counted every tear that fell into the thirsty, dry earth, seemingly disappearing as if it meant nothing to the universe. But I tell you truly, those tears were not lost. They were seeds of a future joy, and the very ground that once seemed cursed by barrenness and heat is about to become the site of a miraculous, unprecedented harvest. I am the Lord of the seasons, the master of the wind and the sea, and I declare over your life today that your season of drought is coming to an abrupt and glorious end. I am not merely sending a light mist to settle the surface dust. I am unstopping the wells of the deep and opening the floodgates of heaven to saturate every hidden corner of your life that has been starved for life and growth. Think back, my beloved, to the moments when you felt the most abandoned, the most hollowed out by the winds of change. In those very moments, I was digging deeper wells within the soil of your spirit, preparing you to hold an abundance that you could never have contained before. You cannot receive the fullness of my blessing on a surface that has not been prepared by the purifying fire. The heat you endured was not meant to consume your essence, but to refine your heart, stripping away the attachments and the illusions that would have withered in the coming rain anyway. Now, lift your eyes and look up. The sky above you is no longer like bronze, hard and unyielding. The air is thick with the electricity of my promise. I am moving across the parched landscape of your heart, breathing sovereign life into the places you thought were dead and buried forever. Those relationships that turned to dust, those callings that felt like dry bones in a valley of shadows, those hopes that you buried deep in the sand to protect yourself from further disappointment, I am breathing upon them now. I am sending the rain of my spirit to soak the roots of your being until you are so filled with my light and my life that you overflow to everyone around you. This is not a reward for your perfection, for I love you in your weakness, but it is a response to your persistence. You stayed in the field even when the water ran out. You kept walking when the path was nothing but heat and jagged stones. And now, the recompense of heaven is falling. I want you to set aside your small buckets and your narrow jars, for the rain I am sending cannot be measured or contained by human vessels. It will overflow your boundaries, spilling into your family, your work, and your community. It will wash away the grime of years of disappointment and the bitter salt of your past failures. Can you hear it? The sound of an abundance of rain is echoing in the distance, getting louder with every heartbeat, a low rumble of grace that signals the end of the famine. It is the sound of your breakthrough. It is the sound of your healing. It is the sound of my love being poured out without measure or end. Do not fear the thunder, for it is only the herald of my glory announcing its arrival. Do not fear the lightning, for it is the flash of my power illuminating the new path I have paved for you. You have lived in the not yet for so long, but I am bringing you into the now. The dry land is thirsty, and I am the living water that never runs dry. I am coming to you in exactly the way you need me most, as a gentle, soaking rain for your tender, wounded places, and as a powerful, cleansing deluge for your greatest obstacles. Everything is about to change. The brown, dead grass will turn to vibrant green. The silence of the desert will turn to a symphony of praise. The mourning of the night will turn to the dancing of the dawn. Trust me. I have timed this moment perfectly before the foundations of the world. I am the God who remembers the desert path. I am the God who commands the clouds to yield their treasure. And right now, in this moment of your life, I am commanding them to release everything I have stored up for you. Open your heart, expand your expectations, and drink deeply, my child. The drought is over, and the rain has finally begun to fall. Hear the sound of the abundance of rain, my beloved child. It is a symphony written specifically for the landscape of your soul, a melody composed in the secret places of my heart long before you drew your first breath. Do not run for cover, for this rain is not meant to drench you in discomfort, but to drown the sorrows that have clung to your garments for far too long. Can you feel the coolness against the heat of your weariness? Can you smell the fragrance of the earth as it finally receives what it has been gasping for? The parched ground of your heart has been crying out for this moment, and I have heard every silent plea, every tear that fell when no one else was watching. I am not a God who ignores the thirst of his children. I am the source, the fountain, and the cloud that leads you by day. The season of dust is behind you, and the long stretch of the wasteland is receding into your memory. The time of watching the horizon for a sign that never seems to come has reached its end. Look up now. The sky is heavy with my favor, and it is breaking open directly over your head. This rain will penetrate the deep places, reaching the very roots of your identity where disappointment has tried to take hold. I am softening you. I am making you pliable and tender again so that you can grow, so that you can expand, and so that you can house the harvest I have prepared for you. I declare over you that the seeds you planted in seasons of deep sorrow, those prayers you whispered through gritted teeth, those acts of faithfulness when you felt completely empty, are now receiving the nutrients they need to break through the surface. Nothing you have entrusted to me has been lost. The desert did not swallow your destiny. It only protected it, keeping it hidden in the dark, cool earth until the environment was right for the blooming. I am restoring the years that the locusts, the cankerworm, and the caterpillar have eaten. I am making all things new, not just repaired, but resurrected into something more beautiful than before. This is not a fleeting mist that vanishes with the morning sun. This is a heavy, saturating outpouring that will change the very chemistry of your life's soil. You will look back at this desert and barely recognize it, for it shall become like the Garden of Eden, flourishing and full of life. I am washing away the dust of the road, the dust of labels people placed on you, the dust of your own failures, and the dust of heavy expectations. I am cleaning your vision so you can see as I see. I am prophetic over your finances, your relationships, and your physical body. Let the dry bones live. Let the withered branches turn green. Let the dormant dreams awake and stretch toward the light of my countenance. I am the rain that heals. I am the rain that brings justice. Where you were overlooked, you shall be sought out. Where you were rejected, you shall be celebrated. The very ground that refused to yield to you in the past will now become a place of supernatural abundance. Drink until your soul is satisfied, and then drink more, for my supply is infinite and my love is without end. I am teaching you to live in the overflow. You have known what it is to survive on drops, to scavenge for hope, to celebrate a single moment of relief. But now I am teaching you how to walk in the deluge of my grace. This is your season of refreshing. The fragrance of this rain, the scent of my grace, will follow you wherever you go, and others will see the vitality in your spirit and know that I am with you. Do not be afraid of the lightning or the thunder, for they are but the announcements of my power being displayed on your behalf. I am breaking the generational droughts that have plagued your family line. I am cutting off the source of every famine that has tried to starve your joy. I am your Father, and I delight in making the desert bloom for you. Every drop is a promise kept. Every stream is a path made clear. Rest in the sound of the falling water, for it is the sound of my love surrounding you, washing you, and bringing you home to the abundance I have always intended for you. I see the hidden places where you have tucked away your hopes, afraid to let them see the light. I am raining on those hidden chambers too. I am calling forth the impossible things, the dreams you buried because they hurt too much to hold. They are not dead, they were only waiting for the water of life. I am speaking to your spirit, be refreshed. I am speaking to your mind, be still. I am speaking to your future, be bright. This is the hour of your visitation. This is the moment when the heavens kiss the earth in your private world. There is no distance between us now, only the beautiful, drenching reality of my presence. The rain is here to stay until the fruit is ripe and the barns are full. Believe it, receive it, and walk out into the storm of my blessings, for you will not be swept away, you will be raised up. I am the Lord your God, and I have commanded the heavens to open for you. And as these heavens stand wide, recognize that this is not a passing storm, but a permanent shift in the atmosphere of your life. The dry ground that once cracked under the weight of your footsteps is now becoming soft, yielding, and fertile. Can you feel the coolness of my spirit settling upon the fever of your anxieties? I am pressing the moisture of my peace deep into the crevices of your soul, those places where you thought you would never feel relief again. I am healing the very composition of your heart's soil, removing the stones of bitterness and the sharp thorns of past failures that have choked your growth for so long. Today, I am declaring a divine amnesty over your history. The drought did not come to destroy you. It came to show you that I am your only source, and now that you have found me in the desert, I will flourish you in the garden. I am speaking to the barren areas of your family, your finances, and your physical body. Catch the water. There is enough. There is more than enough. My supply is not dictated by the economies of men or the cycles of the world. It is birthed from the infinite reservoirs of my throne. I am pouring out a rain of restoration that will recover the years you thought were lost forever. The time you think you wasted, I am redeeming. The energy you think you spent in vain, I am renewing. I am the God who restores the years that the swarming locust has eaten, and I am doing it now. See the tiny green shoots beginning to break through the surface of your expectations. These are the testimonies that will soon stand tall, bearing fruit that will feed others who are still walking through their own dry seasons. You are becoming an oasis. You are no longer a victim of the heat, but a steward of the harvest. I am positioning you to be a distributor of my goodness. Watch as I bring people to your shade who need the very comfort I am giving you now. Do not be afraid of the magnitude of this blessing. You were created to carry my glory. You were designed to reflect my abundance. I am placing a new song in your mouth, a melody that harmonizes with the sound of the falling rain. It is a song of deliverance, a song of victory, a song of it is finished. The struggle for survival is finished. The era of barely enough is finished. I am ushering you into the land of exceedingly abundantly. I decree that your roots are now reaching the hidden streams that never run dry. Even when the world experiences its own heat, you shall not see it, for your leaf shall remain green, and you shall not cease from yielding fruit. This is my covenant with you, signed in the clouds and sealed in your spirit. I am watching over my word to perform it. Trust the soaking. Stay in the moisture of my presence until the scent of the rain is all that people can perceive when they are near you. Let the world see the glow of a soul that has been drenched by its maker. I am not finished with the beauty I am creating in you. This rain is the beginning of a masterpiece that will endure for eternity. Every drop contains a specific grace for a specific need you have carried in secret. I am watering the seeds of your lineage, ensuring that the generations coming after you will drink from the wells you are digging today. The legacy of lack is broken. The legacy of the downpour has begun. I am strengthening your hands to build and your feet to dance. I am clearing the vision of your eyes so you can see the emerald horizon I have prepared. There is no more dust in your eyes, only the clarity of my light reflecting off the water. Walk with me through these puddles of promise, for every step you take is now on holy, hydrated ground. I am with you, I am for you, and I am drenching you in my everlasting, unshakable love. Rest in the saturation. I am your God, and I am here. Do not fear the depth of this saturation, for it is the environment required for the greatness I have hidden within you to emerge. For too long, you lived in survival mode, measuring every drop, wondering if the next season would bring relief or more scorching heat. I am shifting your internal landscape from survival to surplus. This rain is not just a brief respite, it is a fundamental change in your spiritual climate. The drought was a season, but my presence is eternal. I am soaking the deep roots of your identity, washing away the dust of disappointment. Look at your hands. They are no longer tired from digging in dry soil. They are instruments of my grace, ready to cultivate the growth springing up all around you. I am speaking to the silent places in your soul, the parts that stopped singing because the air was too dry. Can you hear the melody returning? It is the sound of the brook, the rhythmic heartbeat of a father who has never forgotten his child. I declare that the years the locust has eaten are being restored in a single season of my downpour. What took others decades to build, I will cause to grow with supernatural speed because the ground is prepared. I am making you a wellspring in a thirsty world. Others will come to you because they smell the scent of rain on your life. They will see the green of your peace and the colors of your joy, and know that I am the one who waters you. I am opening the storehouses of heaven, releasing treasures reserved for this hour. Do not look back at the cracked earth of yesterday. That land no longer exists. I have moved you into a territory of perpetual favor. I am watering the hidden seeds of your prayers, those whispers you thought I missed, those tears you shed in the night. Every tear has been recycled into this very rain. It is a cycle of divine redemption. I am healing your physical body as this water flows. Let it seep into your joints and your mind, washing away the fatigue and fog. I am giving you a clarity that only comes from being drenched in truth. My word is the rain, saturating your subconscious, replacing lies of inadequacy with my sovereignty. You are chosen, anointed, and refreshed. I decree that the scarcity of the past is a closed book. You will no longer beg for crumbs of comfort. You are at the table of the King, and the roof is open to the blessings of the sky. I am strengthening your spirit to carry the weight of the glory that is coming. Just as the earth must be soft to receive the plow, I have softened your heart so the harvest will be deep-rooted. Feel the coolness of my spirit. There is no need to hurry out of this rain. Stay here until every fiber of your being is heavy with my goodness. I am your refuge and your provider. This is your new normal. You will learn to live in the overflow. You will speak to the clouds and see them obey my name in you. I am making you a pioneer of the downpour, a witness that I turn deserts into pools. Walk forward now with the confident stride of one who knows the source. I am with you in the mist, the storm, and the gentle shower. You are my garden and I am your gardener. Together, we will watch the beauty unfold. I am lengthening your cords for the expansion this rain brings. Do not be surprised when doors swing open, for the hinges are lubricated by the oil of my favor. I am sending this rain to wash away the scars of previous battles. Where you were wounded, I am applying the balm of Gilead. Where you were shamed, I am covering you with righteousness that glistens in the wet light. I am calling forth the fruit of the Spirit. Your patience will be a cool shade, your kindness a refreshing drink. I declare your house is a house of abundance. Your children will know the sound of rain rather than the silence of drought. I am breaking the generational thirst. No more will your people wander looking for satisfaction in broken cisterns. I am the fountain of living water, pouring myself out without measure. This is the hour of your prophetic fulfillment. Every word I spoke in the dark is coming to light. I am refreshing your passion. The dreams you tucked away because they seemed impossible, bring them out now. Watch them stir with new life. I am the God of resurrection. There is a fragrance rising from your life, the smell of life overcoming death. I am making you a sign and a wonder. People will ask how you flourish, and you will tell them of the Father who does not withhold any good thing. Stop looking for just enough, look for more than enough. The banks of your soul are bursting. Let the river flow. You are a conduit, not a reservoir. As you give, it shall be given to you, running over. I am saturating your finances, your relationships, and your mind. Ideas will fall like raindrops, purposeful and plenty. I am giving you power to create and wisdom to steward. You are drenched in the wisdom of the ages. I am making your path straight. The mud of the past is gone, leaving only my promises beneath your feet. Stand tall, lift your head. The clouds are the chariots of my blessing. I am here in every ripple and every drop. You are never alone in the rain. Feel the coolness of my spirit upon your brow. The heat that once scorched your hope has been replaced by the gentle mist of my presence. I am not a God of fleeting showers. I am the God of the deluge of grace. Do you hear the sound? It is the sound of abundance. It is the sound of chains breaking under the weight of my mercy. I see the places where the ground of your heart had become hard, where the footsteps of others left bruises and scars. I am softening that ground today. I am turning your stone into flesh once more. You have carried the weight of the drought for so long that you forgot how to dance in the rain. But I am teaching you a new rhythm. This is the rhythm of my heartbeat. I am speaking to the seeds of destiny that were buried under years of disappointment. I command them to break through. I command the green to return where there was only gray. My word does not return to me void, and I have spoken life over you. Can you see it? The horizon is no longer shimmering with the heat of a desert mirage. It is heavy with the clouds of my glory. I am saturating the roots of your heritage. I am healing the bloodlines that were thirsty for righteousness. Your children and your children's children shall drink from the wells you are digging today, wells that will never run dry because they are fed by the river that flows from my throne. I am declaring an end to the spiritual winter. I am announcing the arrival of an eternal spring. My rain is washing away the dust of yesterday's failures. It is cleansing the lenses of your eyes so you can see as I see. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are a victor by my design. I am pouring out wisdom for the decisions that kept you awake at night. I am raining down peace that passes all understanding. Look at the valleys of your life. See how they are filling up. The low places are being raised. The crooked places are being made straight. I am the God who restores the years the locusts have eaten. I am the God who turns your mourning into dancing. Every drop of rain is a kiss from heaven, a reminder that you are cherished beyond measure. I am not just watering your garden, I am making you a garden of delight. I am planting trees of righteousness in your soul, whose leaves will not wither and whose fruit will not fail. You are a source of refreshment for others now. Because you have known the desert, you will value the water. Because you have known the thirst, you will lead others to the fountain of life. I am anointing your head with the oil of joy, and it is mixing with the rain of my spirit to create a fragrance that will draw the weary to me. Do not be afraid of the thunder. It is only the sound of my voice announcing my arrival. Do not be afraid of the lightning. It is the flash of my power breaking through the darkness. I am in the storm, and I am the calm after the storm. I am your refuge and your strength. I am making your territory expand. I am enlarging the place of your tent. Do not hold back, stretch forth your curtains, for you shall break forth on the right hand and on the left. The barrenness is a memory, the fruitfulness is your reality. I am breathing my breath into your lungs. Inhale the fresh air that comes after the rain. It is the scent of a new beginning. It is the aroma of victory. I am with you. I am in you. I am for you. No weapon formed against you shall prosper because the rain of my protection is an impenetrable shield. I am washing your mind clean of the lies that said you were not enough. You are more than enough because I am your sufficiency. I am your provider, your healer, and your eternal friend. Rest in the saturation. Let the water go deep. Let it reach the hidden parts. Let it heal the secret pains. I am here. The rain is falling, and it will not stop until everything I have promised you has come to pass. Behold, I am doing a new thing. Even now it springs forth. Can you not perceive it? The dry places shall become pools of water, and the thirsty land springs of water. In the haunt of jackals, where they lay resting, grass shall become reeds and rushes. I am declaring that your health is being renewed like the eagle S. The dry bones are coming together, sinew by sinew, and I am breathing the rain-soaked wind of my spirit upon them. I am declaring that your finances will no longer be a sieve. I am closing the holes in your pockets. I am commanding the windows of heaven to stay open over your house. You shall have more than enough to give, to lend, and to build my kingdom. I am declaring that your mind is being freed from the fog of anxiety. The rain is clearing the air. You will think with the clarity of heaven. You will see opportunities where others see obstacles. You will see paths where others see walls. I am declaring that your relationships are being irrigated with love and forgiveness. The cracks of division are being filled with the mortar of my grace. I am turning the hearts of the fathers to the children and the children to the fathers. I am restoring what was lost in the silence. I am speaking to the spirit of heaviness, and I am commanding it to lift. Put on the garment of praise. Let the rain wash away the soot of sorrow. You are beautiful in my sight. You are the apple of my eye. I am singing over you with joy. Can you hear the melody in the falling rain? It is a song of deliverance. It is a song of homecoming. You have been in the wilderness for a season, but that season is concluded. The map of your life is being redrawn with rivers of blessing. I am making a way in the wilderness and paths in the desert. I am the God of the breakthrough. I am the God of the overflow. I am the God of the unending supply. Trust in me. Lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge me, and I will direct your paths through the most fertile lands. The rain is not a temporary visit. It is a permanent change of climate. You are moving from the arid zones of struggle into the tropical abundance of my favor. There is a weight of glory coming upon you that will far outweigh the light affliction of your past. Stay under the spout where the glory comes out. Soak in the revelation of my love. I am your Abba. I am your source. I am your everything, and I am pouring myself out upon you without measure. This is your hour. This is your time. This is your reign. Look up, my beloved child, for the clouds are no longer dark with judgment but heavy with the weight of my grace. You have wondered if you were forgotten in the dust of the valley, but I have never turned my gaze from you. Even as you walked through the dry places, I was the hidden well within you, sustaining you when you didn't even know how you were still standing. But now, the hidden becomes visible. The internal peace becomes external prosperity. I am speaking to the very ground under your feet. Bloom. I am speaking to the atmosphere around your life. Shift. I see the cracks in your heart where the heat of life's trials has scorched you. I am pouring my liquid love into those crevices, sealing the wounds of disappointment and washing away the grime of exhaustion. You have tried to dig wells with your own strength, only to find them empty and your hands blistered. Now, stop digging and start drinking. I am the fountain of living water. I am the rain that falls without your effort. This is the grace period where the harvest overtakes the sower. You will see things grow that you didn't even plant, for I am bringing to life the seeds of prayers your ancestors prayed, and the dreams you thought had died in the heat of your affliction. Do not fear the sound of the wind, for it is the sound of my spirit blowing across the landscape of your destiny. It is the wind of change that precedes the great outpouring. Can you smell the moisture in the air? It is the scent of promise. It is the aroma of life returning to what was once dead. I am the God who calls those things that are not as though they were, and I call your dry land a garden. I call your desert a paradise. I call your lack an abundance. I call your weakness my strength. Your identity is being redefined in the downpour. You are no longer the one who lacks. You are the one who is watered. You are no longer the one who searches. You are the one who is found. Every tear you have shed in the secret place has been bottled, and now I am returning them to you as raindrops of joy. For every tear there shall be a river. For every sigh there shall be a song. This is the divine exchange. I take your ashes and give you beauty. I take your mourning and give you the oil of gladness. I take your heavy spirit and give you a garment of praise. This is not a fleeting moment, but a new era of intimacy. I am drawing you closer to my heart than you have ever been. In the moisture of this rain, you will find a softness in your spirit that allows you to hear my whisper more clearly. I am whispering secrets of my kingdom to you. I am whispering the strategies for your success. I am whispering the names of those I want you to touch with the overflow of your own blessing. You are a conduit, a vessel, a channel of my living water. As the rain falls on you, it will flow through you to others who are still in their dry season. You will become a well-watered garden whose springs never fail. There is a generational blessing being unlocked in this rain. Your children and your children's children will walk on the grass that is growing because of the rain I am sending today. The drought is broken. The sky is open. The clouds are pouring out their bounty. Stand still and know that I am God. Feel the cool touch of my spirit on your brow. Let the rhythm of the raindrops soothe your anxious thoughts. I am in control. I am the master of the seasons. I have timed this rain perfectly. If it had come sooner, you might not have appreciated its depth. If it had come later, you might have withered. But I am the God of the perfect timing. I am the God of the suddenly. Suddenly, the sky darkened. Suddenly, the wind rose. Suddenly, the first drop fell. And now, the deluge. It is a holy flood of mercy. It is a torrential downpour of truth. It is a saturating rain of healing. Every area of your life is being touched. Your health is being refreshed. Your finances are being restored. Your relationships are being revived. Your mind is being renewed. There is nothing hidden from the reach of this rain. It is soaking into the deepest roots of your being, bringing nourishment to parts of you that you didn't even know were thirsty. You are being strengthened with might in your inner man. You are being fortified for the great things I have prepared for you. Do not look back at the desert. Do not look back at the dust. Your future is green. Your future is lush. Your future is vibrant with the colors of my glory. I am the rain, and I am the sun that shines after the rain, creating a rainbow of promise over your life. You are my beloved, and in you I am well pleased. Drink deeply. Soak completely. Live abundantly, for the rain has come and the winter is past. The time of singing has arrived. Can you hear the melody of the falling water? It is the song of my faithfulness composed specifically for you. The time of singing has arrived because I am the one leading the choir of creation to celebrate your restoration. This rain is not merely a weather pattern. It is a movement of my spirit, a deliberate act of my sovereign love to ensure that you flourish. I am reaching into the parched crevices of your soul, those hidden places where you tucked away your deepest hurts and your most fragile hopes. I am saturating them with a peace that surpasses all understanding. Do not be afraid to let go of the defenses you built during the dry years. You no longer need them. The walls you raised to protect yourself from the wind and the dust are being washed away by the gentle persistence of my grace. I am your fortress now. I am your shield and your very great reward. Behold, I am doing a new thing, and now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. I am calling forth the dormant dreams, those seeds I planted in your spirit long ago that you thought had died in the heat of the sun. They were not dead. They were merely waiting for this specific rain. Watch as they break through the soil of your circumstances with a strength that defies logic. I am the God of the resurrection, and I am resurrecting your hope. I am speaking to the barren places in your life and saying, "Be fruitful." I am speaking to the closed doors and saying, "Open wide." Nothing can stop the momentum of what I have started. This rain carries the fragrance of heaven, a scent that will draw others to the light within you. You will find that you no longer have to strive for what I have already promised. You will find that my favor does the work that your effort could never accomplish. I am orchestrating divine appointments and holy alignments. People you have never met will be moved to assist you. Resources you didn't know existed will be made available to you. This is the power of my reign. It reaches the hidden places and brings forth the hidden treasures. I'm also raining down wisdom upon you. In the moments of decision, you will hear a voice behind you saying, "This is the way, walk in it." You will have a clarity that surpasses human wisdom. Your mind will be sharp, and your heart will be discerning. I am washing away the clouds of confusion. The sky over your life is clear, and my light is shining through the droplets of rain to create a spectrum of beauty that will leave you in awe. Remember, my child, that I am a father who keeps his word. If I have said it, I will do it. You are standing on the threshold of a great awakening, not just for you, but for your entire sphere of influence. The overflow from your life will water the dry lands of those around you. You will be a source of encouragement to the weary and a beacon of hope to the lost. I am giving you a new name. You are no longer forsaken, but you are my delight. Rest in this truth. Let the anxiety fall away like the old leaves of a dry tree. You are being clothed in new garments of splendor. I am placing a ring of authority on your finger and shoes of peace on your feet. We are walking together into this new landscape. I am holding your hand, and I will not let go. Every mountain you faced in the drought will now become a vantage point to see the vastness of my kingdom. This rain is the evidence of my faithfulness. It is the sign that I have never forgotten you. I have always been with you, carrying you when you could not walk. Now I am walking beside you as the landscape changes. Breathe in the freshness. Feel the cool water on your face. This is my love in liquid form, poured out without measure. This is my grace sufficient for every need. You are home. You are safe. You are provided for. The drought is a memory, and the abundance is your new reality. Rejoice, for I am with you always. My presence is the atmosphere you breathe. My spirit is the rain that sustains you. Let this water reach the core of your identity. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are a victor in my name. The scars of the past are being smoothed over. You will look back and see that the desert was only a bridge to the paradise I have prepared. Step out into the fullness of this blessing. Do not hold back. Your cup overflows. Your barns are being filled. Your heart is being enlarged. This is the day that I have made, and you will rejoice and be glad in it. The sound of the rain is the sound of my voice calling you deeper. Listen, my child, for the rain is still falling and it is beautiful. Every drop is a promise, and every stream a pathway to the destiny I have carved out for you. You are no longer waiting for the rain. You are living in it. Let the saturation be total, covering every regret with my mercy and every fear with my power. I am the Lord who heals you, the Lord who provides for you, and the Lord who goes before you. My rain will never fail to produce what I intended. It is watering your future right now. Behold, the very air you breathe is now thick with the fragrance of renewal, a scent that only the parched soul can truly appreciate when the first heavy drops finally break the silence of the drought. This rain is not a passing storm. It is a permanent shift in the atmosphere of your life. As the water penetrates the deep crevices of the earth that once felt like iron beneath your feet, I am softening the hardness that disappointment left behind. You have carried the weight of the dry seasons for so long that you have forgotten the sensation of ease, but I am here to remind you that my grace is effortless. It flows without your striving. It falls without your command. I am the architect of the clouds and the master of the seasons, and I have decreed that your time of scorched earth is officially at an end. Look closely at the ground you once called desolate. Do you see the green shoots of hope breaking through the mud? These are the dreams you thought were dead, the promises you buried because the pain of waiting was too great to bear. I have not forgotten a single seed you sowed in tears. I have guarded them in the dark, and now, under the heavy saturation of my spirit, they are coming to life with a vitality that will surpass anything you have seen before. I am watering the hidden places, the parts of your heart you closed off to protect yourself from further loss. I am washing away the dust of weariness that has settled on your vision. You will see clearly again. You will dream again. You will breathe again, not with the shallow breath of survival, but with the deep, lung-filling joy of a child who knows they are perfectly loved. My rain is doing a work beneath the surface that you cannot yet see, strengthening your roots so that when the harvest comes, you will not be overwhelmed by the weight of the blessing. I am preparing your character to sustain the abundance I am releasing. Do not fear the thunder, for it is merely the sound of the old structures falling to make room for the new. Do not fear the lightning, for it is the flash of my glory illuminating the path ahead. I am rewriting your story from one of lack to one of overflow. Where there was a desert path, there shall be a river. Where there was a lonely valley, there shall be a garden of communion. I am calling you to let go of the umbrella of your own protection and stand fully exposed to the downpour of my favor. Let it soak into your bones. Let it wash the bitterness from your tongue and the sorrow from your eyes. I am making all things new, and I am starting with the deepest parts of you. This rain is a sign of my covenant. Just as I promised the rainbow after the flood, I am promising you a future that is vibrant and full of color. The gray days are receding, and the golden light of my presence is reflecting off every puddle and stream. You are becoming a well-watered garden, a spring whose waters never fail. People will come to you to find refreshment because you have been saturated by the source. They will see the lushness of your life and know that it was not by your power, but by my spirit. I am anointing you with the oil of joy in the midst of this moisture, for the rain and the oil go together to produce a life that is slippery to the enemy and fruitful for the kingdom. You are no longer defined by the dust of your past. I have washed it away. You are defined by the living water that now courses through your spirit. Stay in this posture of receiving. Keep your heart open wide. There is more I want to pour out, more I want to reveal. The horizon is heavy with even greater clouds, for this is just the beginning of the restoration I have planned for you. I am the Lord who brings the former and the latter rain in its season, and your season of maximum fruitfulness has arrived. Trust the rhythm of this downpour. It is the heartbeat of heaven pulsing against the earth of your life. Every splash is a yes, and every ripple is an amen to the prayers you thought I didn't hear. I heard them all, and this rain is my answer. Drink deeply, my beloved. Rest in the cooling touch of my hand. You are being renewed, restored, and repositioned for a glory you have never known. Can you feel the shift in the atmosphere? This rain is not a temporary visitation. It is a permanent inhabitation of my presence within the drought-stricken areas of your soul. I am moving beyond the surface of your skin and deep into the marrow of your bones, for the thirst you carried was older than you realize. It was a thirst inherited, a dryness that felt like destiny, but I have come to rewrite the legacy of your lineage. Watch as the water pools in the places where you once sat in despair, where you once saw only dust and the skeletons of dreams long dead. I am calling forth a greenness that will defy the laws of the natural world. This is the supernatural irrigation of the kingdom. I am opening the floodgates of heaven, not to overwhelm you, but to overflow you. I see the way you look at the horizon, still half expecting the clouds to dissipate, but I tell you today, the drought is dead. Its reign over your life has been broken by the authority of my word. I am speaking life into every withered leaf of your existence. I am speaking strength into every brittle branch. You have been survival-minded for so long that you have forgotten how to thrive, but the rain is your teacher now. It is teaching you the language of abundance. It is teaching you how to receive without fear of lack. Every drop carries a piece of my heart, a fragment of my plan for your future. Do not try to collect this rain in the small jars of your past understanding. I am calling you to build reservoirs, to dig deep channels that can carry the weight of this blessing to others. For you are not just a destination for my grace, you are a conduit. As I saturate you, I am making you a wellspring in the desert for those who are still wandering. Can you hear the sound of the rivers rising? These are the rivers of revelation, the rivers of peace that pass all understanding, and the rivers of joy that are your strength. I am washing away the residue of disappointment. I am scrubbing the stains of failure from your identity until you see yourself as I see you, blameless, beautiful, and bursting with life. Look at the ground beneath your feet. It is changing color. The parched brown is giving way to the vibrant emerald of new beginnings. Things will grow here that you never planted, for I am the one who scatters the seeds of destiny in the soil of your surrender. You thought you were in a grave, but you were actually in a womb. The darkness was not your end, it was your development. And now, the water has broken. Life is emerging. I declare over you that your harvest will be so great that the reaper will overtake the plowman. You will not have to wait years for the fruit of this season. It will spring up with a divine speed that will leave you breathless with wonder. This is the acceleration of my spirit. I am making up for lost time. I am restoring the years that the locust, the cankerworm, and the caterpillar have devoured. You will look back on the dry years and they will seem like a distant dream, eclipsed by the brilliance of my current favor. Lean into me. Let the water of my word wash over your mind, clearing away the cobwebs of doubt. I am your Father, and I take pleasure in your prosperity, not just the prosperity of your hands, but the prosperity of your soul. I am healing the fractures in your heart caused by the heat of the trial. I am binding up your wounds with the cooling balm of my spirit. You are whole. You are clean. You are mine. The rain continues because my love for you is inexhaustible. There is no end to the depths of my goodness. Even as you sleep tonight, the rain will continue to fall, working in the secret places, softening the hard stones of your worries until they become smooth like the riverbed. Wake up with a song of praise, for the morning will bring even more evidence of my faithfulness. The air is fresh, the heat has broken, and the sky is a canvas of my promises kept. You are stepping into a season where enough is left behind and more than enough becomes your reality. This is your inheritance. This is my love poured out. Drink, and never be thirsty again. I am calling the deep to call unto the deep within you. The reservoirs of your spirit are being filled to capacity so that when the winds of life blow, you will not be moved, for you are anchored in the abundance of my presence. I am declaring that your family will taste of this rain. The dryness in your relationships is being replaced by a gentle mist of reconciliation and the heavy downpour of unconditional love. I am saturating your finances, your health, and your mind. There is no area hidden from this deluge of my kindness. You have walked through the fire, and now I am bringing you to a wealthy place, a place of saturation, a place of rest, a place of power. The very ground you walk upon shall be blessed because of the overflow that follows you. This is not a fleeting moment, but a fundamental change in your climate. You are now a child of the rain, a citizen of the overflow. Rest now in the steady rhythm of my grace. Let the steady rhythm of my grace become the very pulse of your soul. You have transitioned from a season of searching for a single drop to a season of being submerged in the ocean of my favor. I am not just giving you enough to survive. I am giving you enough to transform the world around you. This rain is the manifestation of my yes over your life. Every promise I have whispered in the dark is now coming to light in the downpour. Hear the sound. It is the sound of abundance. It is the sound of chains breaking under the weight of my glory. It is the sound of the parched earth singing as it drinks its fill. I am looking into the hidden chambers of your heart, those places you thought were too dry to ever live again. I am speaking life into them. I am commanding the rivers to flow in your high places and springs to break forth in the valleys. You have felt the heat of the sun for so long that you forgot what it felt like to be cool, to be refreshed, to be completely at ease. But now I am your shade and your shower. Think of the seeds you planted in the dust of your darkest days. You thought they were lost. You thought your labor was in vain. But I tell you, those seeds were preserved in the soil of your faithfulness. Now, as the rain descends, those seeds are erupting. They are breaking through the surface with a strength that cannot be contained. You will see the fruit of your endurance. You will see the harvest of your tears. For every tear you shed in the secret place, I am sending a gallon of joy. This is the divine exchange. I am taking the ashes of your drought and giving you the beauty of my saturation. You are no longer a victim of your environment. You are now the one who carries the climate of heaven. Wherever you set your foot, the ground will feel the moisture of my presence through you. You will walk into rooms of tension and bring the mist of my peace. You will walk into houses of mourning and bring the dew of my comfort. I am declaring a prophetic end to the famine of your spirit. The days of not enough are finished. The days of just barely are over. I am introducing you to the exceedingly abundantly. I am opening the windows of heaven and pouring out a blessing that you will not have room enough to receive. This rain is washing away the labels the world tried to put on you: forgotten, forsaken, lacking. I am washing them off and tattooing blessed, favored, and saturated upon your heart. You are my masterpiece, and I am putting the finishing touches on this season of your life with a deluge of my goodness. Do not try to hold an umbrella over your head. Do not try to protect yourself from my intensity. Let yourself get soaked. Let the water reach the very marrow of your bones. There is a deep healing happening in the moisture. I am mending the fractures in your identity. I am restoring the years the locusts have eaten. The rain is reclaiming the territory that the drought tried to steal. Your mind, which has been a battlefield of dry thoughts and scorched imaginations, is now becoming a lush landscape of divine creativity. I am watering your ideas. I am nourishing your visions. You will dream again, and your dreams will be vibrant, full of color and life, because they are being fed by the river that flows from my throne. This rain is also a cleansing. It is removing the stains of the past, the regrets that have dried and hardened on the surface of your conscience. I am making you white as snow, fresh as the morning after a storm. There is no condemnation here, only the washing of the water of my word. I am your Father, and I take great delight in drenching you with my love. I am leaning down from the heavens to kiss the earth of your life with the moisture of my kindness. Look at your hands, I am filling them. Look at your feet, I am directing them to the places of overflow. You are no longer wandering in the wilderness. You are residing in the garden of my delight. The atmosphere has shifted permanently. Even when the world speaks of drought, you will hear the sound of rain. Even when the world sees a desert, you will see a blooming oasis. This is the privilege of the child of the rain. You are tuned to a different frequency. You are sustained by a different source. I am your source. I am your fountain. I am your endless rain. Stand still for a moment and feel the weight of it, the heavy, beautiful, refreshing weight of my presence. It is surrounding you, covering you, and flowing through you. This is the continuation of our journey together, but the rain has no end, for my love for you is an eternal downpour. Drink deep, my beloved. Drink until your soul is satisfied, and then drink more, for the supply is infinite. As the water saturates the hidden depths of your being, I want you to understand that this is not a temporary relief, but a foundational reconstruction of your reality. For years, you walked upon ground that cracked under the weight of your expectations, but now the earth beneath your feet is softening, yielding to the persistent rhythm of my grace. Can you smell the fragrance of life rising from the dust? It is the scent of destiny awakening. I am touching the roots of your soul, those deep, intricate places where you tucked away your greatest hopes, because the heat of the season was too intense to let them grow. I am telling those roots to drink. I am commanding the dry vessels of your heart to expand. This rain is washing away the residue of every failure you thought was permanent. It is rinsing the grime of past seasons from your eyes so that you can see with the clarity of a new morning. I declare over you that the season of not enough has passed, and the era of more than enough has begun. This is the prophetic promise I whisper into your spirit. Where there was lack, there shall be a surplus that demands new barns. Where there was sorrow, there shall be a laughter that echoes through the halls of your lineage. Do not look back at the desert with longing or regret, for the desert was merely the crucible where your thirst was perfected, so that you could truly appreciate the sweetness of the stream. My child, notice how the clouds are gathering even thicker now, not to darken your day, but to shield you from the scorching pressures of this world. I am your canopy. I am your shade. I am the moisture that keeps your skin from cracking and your spirit from brittle despair. In this downpour, I am restoring the years the locusts have eaten. Every drop that falls is a second chance. Every clap of thunder is a decree of my sovereignty over your circumstances. You might have felt like you were forgotten in the heat, but I was simply preparing the soil for a harvest that would sustain you for a lifetime. Now, watch as the green shoots of my favor break through the surface of your daily life. Watch as opportunities you never sought begin to seek you out. This is the magnetic pull of my blessing. It finds those who have been washed clean by my spirit. I am anointing your head with the oil of joy, and it is mingling with the rain to create a seal of protection around you. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, because no weapon can withstand the flood of my love. I am saturating your finances, your relationships, and your physical body. Feel the coolness of the water against the fever of your anxieties. The inflammation of your worries is being calmed by the gentle, persistent soak of my word. I am speaking to the barren areas of your creative mind, and I am saying, be fruitful. I am speaking to the empty places of your home, and I am saying, be filled. This rain carries the DNA of my kingdom, and whatever it touches must align with my abundance. You are not just a witness to this miracle, you are the epicenter of it. From you, rivers of living water shall flow to those who are still wandering in the parched places. You will become a wellspring for the weary, a garden where the broken can find rest. Because I have poured into you without measure, you will pour out without fear. The cycle of drought is broken. The cycle of heaven is established. Stay in this moment with me. Let the water rise to your ankles, your knees, your waist, until you are swimming in the current of my goodness. I am rearranging the geography of your life. Mountains that stood as barriers are being washed down into plains of accessibility. Valleys of shadow are being filled with the light reflected off the falling rain. I am the architect of this transformation. When I send the rain, I'm not just watering the surface, I am changing the climate. Your internal atmosphere will no longer be dictated by the external reports of the world. You will carry your own weather. You will walk into a room, and the humidity of my presence will follow you, breaking the dry spirits of those around you. This is the authority of the saturated soul. I am calling forth the deep things within you that have never seen the light. There are songs in you that only the rain could write. There are words in you that only the moisture of my spirit could loosen from your tongue. Speak them now. Sing them now. Let the melody of the downpour become the soundtrack of your testimony. You are moving from a place of survival to a place of dominion. The ground you walk on is holy because I am there with you, and where I am, there is never a drought. I am the God who brings water from the rock and rain from a cloudless sky, but today the sky is full of my intent. I am not holding anything back. Every reservoir of heaven is open over your head. Receive it. Receive the washing of your mind from the dust of old ways of thinking. Receive the irrigation of your dreams that you thought were dead and buried. They were not buried, they were planted. And now, the time of their blooming has arrived. Look at the horizon. There is no end to the clouds, for my mercy is new every morning and my rain is as constant as my heartbeat. You are loved with an everlasting love, a love that refuses to let you stay dry, a love that insists on your flourishing. Drink once more, for the fountain is surging and the rain is falling heavier than ever before. Rest in the soak. Rest in the sound. Rest in me.